Alright, we are looking at activity 4-4, working with permission inheritance. We're going to be creating two OUs under an existing OU and view the effect of different permission inheritance settings. So the marketing department is growing, and so we're going to split it up with two OUs in there called sales and advertising to make the management easier. So I've actually already made the two advertising and sales in here, and this is how I did it. You just right click on the marketing OU, just do new right there, go to organizational unit and sales and hit OK. Once you do that, it pops up right here. I did the same for advertising. So once we've got those both created, we're going to right click on the sales and look at the properties. And on the security tab, we want to scroll down in the group or usernames list box and find the enterprise admins. There it is right there. So you can see all the checkboxes in the allow side over here. You can't click on them, they're locked. You can't do anything with them. So if we click the remove button right here, this pops up and tells us that we can't remove enterprise admins because the permission was inherited from the parent object, and we have to disable inheritance if you want to remove the entry. Alright, so then we will click on our new guy, JoeTech1, and remove him. And it's letting us know that once again you can't remove it because it's inheriting permissions from its parent. So let's go to the advanced spot right here. And so here is our advanced security settings. We are going to click on JoeTech1 right here, and we will just place the mouse pointer over the inherited form column, so you can see the full path of the object from which the permission was inherited. So that will show you where it got it from, which is the marketing OU. So we'll click to clear the include inheritable permissions from the object's parent, which is right here. And it pops up with this box. Disabling inheritance applies to all entries in the permissions list and not just the selected entry, so it's going to take all of them out. And if we want to enable inheritance again, all we have to do is check that box. So we will go ahead to and copy that. Click copy right here and copy the permission entries that were previously applied from the parent to the object. So we will click OK right there. We have another warning that pops up, and it's just letting us know that the permissions are being added to the DACL, and these added permissions are just ones that have been changed from inherited to not inherited, and when permissions are added to a DACL, Windows must apply those permissions to all the child objects, and is required by the permissions apply to setting. They're just informing you that if many child objects are present, the process can take more time and storage. So we'll continue with that. Hit yes. So now if we click JoeTech1 in the sales properties dialog box and click removed, since we have disabled the inheritance, you can remove him So if we right click on advertising OU and go to properties and back to the security tab, once again we'll look at Joe Tech, hit remove, and we're going to get the error because it still has the inheritance. Just because we have turned off the inheritance for the sales group, the advertising group still retains the permissions from the marketing OU that we have already established. So that is a little bit about permissions and inheritance of permissions, and that is all for activity 4-4.